Let me tell you a fact: males are happier than women, period. Granted, there are plenty of melancholy men out there, and there are women who seem to be pleased with everything in their lives. But as a general rule, women are very miserable when compared with men. The average man is happier than the typical woman. There are studies that report 1 in 4 women are on antidepressants, compared to only 1 in 10 men. Regardless of which study you want to pick, this pattern is pretty visible worldwide. Now the question I know you are going to ask is why men are so much happier than women. To answer this question, we need to look at the number of females who are taking a thigh presence versus the number of males. The first reason why men are so much happier than women is that our prime years come a lot later and stay intact for much longer than women hit their peaks between the ages of 18 and 22. This is the first reason why males are so much happier than women. They are their most attractive during these ages and are basically at the top of the market during those years. A woman can hook up with anyone and get commitment from pretty much any man she wants during those years. A woman can get attention, money, provisions, and pleasure. She can get any kind of man she wants, and men are going to give her the attention she's looking for, regardless of what women tell you. They value attention more than anything else. They won't admit it, but this is sexist. A woman can get attention, money, provisions. Having a high-status man express interest in her is one of the things that a woman covets the most. It is the perfect time in a woman's life. Especially the good-looking ones. Men are at their most attractive between the ages of 30 and 55. And sometimes even longer. Our primes can last a decade. But that's just our reproductive prime. We can also get a lot of action in our 20s if we work hard enough. So don't get me wrong, guys, I'm not saying that a man's prime is better than a woman's prime. I'm simply saying that the years when women are a woman's prime will not last as long as a guy, but it will burn a lot brighter and sustain itself at a higher value. We men are still able to get the same action in our 20s. But if we can't do that, we still have a decade left to work on ourselves and hit our peaks. We don't start showing signs of loss of attraction until we start hitting our late 40s. We don't start showing signs of loss of attraction until we start hitting our late 40s. If we take good care of ourselves, we can make our peaks last very long. Compare this to the fact that a woman's peak ends very abrupt. It is not possible for women to age gracefully. Women burn bright, and then they go out where they start hitting their 30s. It's not like they're getting zero attention from men, but the men she is getting are simply not that high quality, and they are rejecting her in favor of younger girls. However, there may still be some Adler women who are attractive at the age of 35. However, no matter how hard she tries, she will never appear as gorgeous as she did when she was 25 years old. Men, we mature, gain experience, and get more seasoned as we get older. And though we may not be able to guarantee that the challenges we faced in our younger years have resulted in improved intelligence and vision, we do notice that as we get older, we become increasingly handsome. On the other hand, women reach their full maturity at the age of 18. Right at the beginning of their peak attractiveness, they continue to have the same juvenile mentality throughout their entire lives. And they do so until the point where they begin to lose their attractiveness and begin maturing once more. It's just too late by then, because deep down they're still thinking like the immature 23-year-old they were. This is why older women who used to be attractive are so intolerable. Most older women who used to be attractive are twice as difficult to hook up with than the same 2-year-old men. Get better with age, and women know this, so they cope by doing everything in their power and going to the doctor and getting pimples. Today's women are like overgrown children because of this. The second reason men are delighted at the moment is because the more that women accomplish, the less appealing they become. Ironically, this is exactly what feminism wanted. But what they failed to take into account is that a guy does not care about a woman's achievements. I'm referring to a woman's personality as well as her desirability as she climbs the corporate ladder and works in an office setting. When a woman advances in her career and earns more money, the number of men who are interested in dating her decreases. This is the opposite of the mentality of men who are attracted to a woman based solely on her physical attractiveness. These men don't want relationships with career women or women who have masculine personalities. The visit requires strength, ruthlessness, and masculine drive to make it to senior partner and vice president. You didn't get there by being a sweet little feminine woman. How do I know that these women are masculine? Any woman who accomplishes all of these things has to be ultra-masculine, otherwise she will be forgotten or made fun of. However, the thing is that these executives are not looking for a woman that acts like a man. They're not looking to get with a woman who wants to compete with them, or a woman who is stubborn, because such a woman is going to feel like she has something to prove to him all the time. You need to be incredibly driven and extremely competitive in order to succeed. Men of great value do not want women like these. They want women who are feminine, submissive, and ladylike. They want women who are considerably lower on the competitive totem pole. Men want their selection of women with occupations that are lower than theirs and choose younger women. Because he is more valuable than she is, he has the power to tell her what to do, and he gives her the instructions. She does what she's told, she asks him permission, and she doesn't go out of pocket as a result of their affair. This is why the cliché of the CEO having an affair with the hot 23-year-old secretary exists, because he is more valuable than she is. This dynamic is very significant for both male and female attraction, and as a result, there are a lot more high-value males in the United States than there are high-value women, yet they don't like women. If a male CEO is married to a female CEO like that, there's a good chance he's cheating on her. Perhaps he married her because it would be beneficial for his brand image and business, and not because he was particularly attracted to her. Perhaps he's actually more attracted to the women he meets while he's out there. In that case, there's a good chance he's cheating on her. Hooking up with that is why women are starting to realize that they're being duped. They were told to get all this money and get into corporate and get careers for themselves. But what they've found is that they can't attract any man they want. The more success they get, the harder it is to date someone. The higher they get, the fewer men they like. That's also in female nature. They find it difficult to respect and be attracted to a man. Hooking up with that is why women are starting to realize that. They are the unhappiest gender, and now you know why. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Remember to tune in tomorrow to get your daily dose of the red pill, right? That's it for today's video. Remember to tune in tomorrow to get your daily dose of the red pill.